Hi, I'm Beth Brown.
I'm John Brown, and we want to spend a little time with you this morning to talk about bearing for one another for Christ. And the greatest example of that is given to us by our Lord Jesus Christ when He took up our burden. He took up our sin. He took it to the cross, and He made it possible for us to find redemption. And so we want to live that in our own lives, being willing to take up the burdens of one another. We start in our world, in our lives. It's here in our marriage, and bearing one for another. And because we've been able to do that throughout the years of our own marriage, I know that our children saw that, and they lived that. And they live it now with their own spouses and their own children. And, the days when things are tough for one or the other, or even both, when one has to pick up for the other. And our children and our grandchildren see that, and then it goes out into our community where we bear for one another and love one another. And I think that Beth would agree that she likes to use the 80-20 rule, and I think she bears 80%, and I'm the one that...
Well, I don't know that's true all the time, but I like it when you do the 80%. But I think that's the beauty of marriage, and that's the beauty of our faith, and the fact that God made marriage as a sacrament, because you get to practice. You get to work these things out in a safe environment where you also know that there's no walking away from. You have to work this out. So when he's only doing 20 and I'm doing 80, then we have to have this conversation and bear for each other. But to John's point, the beauty of that is I'm going to get this wrong, I know, 40 years married.
No, you did.
Oh, I did good? Okay. 40 years married, and we still like each other, and we still get along, and we still have a wonderful time. I mean, we still have the 80-20 rule going on sometimes, but and it's just been wonderful to be able to use our marriage to talk to our children or to talk to others about what Christ meant by being selfless and looking out for others and not always yourself, and that's the servant heart He wants us to practice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.